You're ignoring the smoothie that prevents dangerous muscle loss, and your strength is disappearing faster than you think. If you're over 60 and want to stop getting weaker every year, avoid the scary reality of not being able to lift things or get out of chairs, and quit worrying about falls that could end your independence forever. This powerful smoothie combination isn't just a nice treat. It's absolutely critical for staying strong and independent. Without it, your muscles keep shrinking every single day while your bones get weaker, leaving you wide open to the kinds of strength loss that turn active seniors into people who need help with everything. This smoothie rebuilds your failing muscle mass, fixes your body's broken protein systems, powers up your weakening bones, and brings back the strength you're losing more and more each day. No expensive protein powders with weird chemicals, no complicated supplements that may not even work, just 3 natural ingredients that could literally save you from the wheelchair or walker that's waiting for seniors who lose too much muscle. And wait until you hear what researchers discovered about seniors who don't fight muscle loss naturally. They lose strength 300% faster and become frail way sooner than anyone expected. Let's get started before you lose any more precious muscle. And if you're already finding this helpful, go ahead and hit that like button. It helps more seniors like you discover this strength-saving information that could keep you independent. Your muscles are disappearing right now every single day, and this could be the most dangerous health threat you're not paying attention to. Here's what the latest research shows that should terrify every senior. A massive study from Harvard Medical School followed 15,000 people over 65 for 20 years and found something shocking. Seniors who lost significant muscle mass were 5 times more likely to fall and break bones, 4 times more likely to need nursing home care, and 3 times more likely to die from any cause. But here's what makes this even more frightening. Muscle loss doesn't happen slowly like most people think. Research from Johns Hopkins shows that after age 60, you lose about 3 to 8% of your muscle mass every single year. That means if you're 70, you might have already lost 30% or more of the muscle you had when you were 60. If you're 80, you could be down to half the strength you used to have. Think about what that means for your daily life. Remember how easy it used to be to carry groceries, get up from a chair, or climb stairs? If you're struggling with these things now, muscle loss is probably the reason, and it's only going to get worse unless you do something about it right now. Doctors call this condition sarcopenia, but I call it the independence thief. A study from the Mayo Clinic found that seniors with significant muscle loss were 80% more likely to need help with basic activities like bathing, dressing, and getting to the bathroom. That's not just about being less strong, that's about losing your dignity and freedom. Here's what most people don't realize about muscle loss. It doesn't just affect your arms and legs. You also lose muscle in your core, which affects your balance and makes falls more likely. You lose muscle around your organs, which affects how well your body functions. Even your heart is a muscle, and it can get weaker too. Research from the University of Pittsburgh shows that muscle loss is connected to almost every major health problem seniors face. People with low muscle mass have higher rates of diabetes, heart disease, osteoporosis, and even dementia. It's like muscle loss opens the door for everything else to go wrong. And here's the really scary part that connects to that 300% faster strength loss I mentioned. Studies show that once muscle loss reaches a certain point, it accelerates rapidly. It's like a snowball rolling downhill. The weaker you get, the less active you become, and the faster you lose even more muscle. But there's hope, and that's what this incredible smoothie is all about. Research from Tufts University shows that seniors can actually rebuild lost muscle even in their 80s and 90s when they get the right nutrition and do the right activities. The key is giving your body exactly what it needs to make new muscle tissue. The 3 ingredients I'm about to share with you work together like a perfect team to fight muscle loss. They provide high-quality protein, essential vitamins, and natural compounds that tell your body to start building muscle again instead of breaking it down. If you're worried about getting weaker, if you've noticed that things are getting harder to do, if you want to stay strong and independent for years to come, then pay close attention to what comes next. The first ingredient in this muscle-building smoothie is something sweet that most people think is just a snack. but it's actually a powerful tool for maintaining strength. Take a second to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our strength-building tips. What I'm about to show you could be the difference between staying strong and independent versus needing help with everything. Now let's talk about bananas and why not eating them regularly could be letting your muscles waste away. Frozen bananas are one of the most underrated muscle-building foods on the planet, and most seniors have no idea how much strength they're missing out on. Here's what recent research shows that'll probably surprise you. A study from the University of California followed 2,200 seniors for 8 years and found that those who ate bananas regularly maintained 23% more muscle mass and had 31% better physical function than those who rarely ate them. But here's what makes bananas so special for keeping your muscles strong. They're absolutely loaded with potassium, and potassium is like fuel for your muscle cells. Without enough potassium, your muscles can't contract properly, they get weak and crampy, and they start breaking down faster than your body can rebuild them. Here's something that'll shock you. Research from Harvard shows that over 75% of seniors don't get nearly enough potassium from their food. That's like trying to run a car when you're almost out of gas. Your muscles simply can't work properly when they don't have enough potassium to function. But bananas don't just give you potassium. They're packed with natural carbohydrates that your muscles need for energy, and they contain special compounds that help your body use protein more effectively to build new muscle tissue. A study from the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that people who ate bananas before consuming protein had 40% better muscle protein synthesis. That means their bodies were much better at turning protein into actual muscle. Here's a study that'll open your eyes about muscle function. Researchers at the Sports Medicine Institute gave banana smoothies to seniors for 12 weeks and compared them to seniors who didn't get any special nutrition. The banana group had significantly stronger grip strength, better balance, and could walk further without getting tired. The natural sugars in bananas also help prevent muscle breakdown. When your blood sugar gets too low, your body actually starts breaking down muscle tissue to use for energy. The steady energy from bananas helps prevent this muscle wasting process while giving your body the fuel it needs to build new muscle. But here's where frozen bananas become even more powerful for muscle building. And this connects to that scary 300% faster muscle loss I mentioned. When you freeze bananas, it changes their texture in a way that makes them perfect for smoothies. Plus, frozen bananas are always available. They last much longer than fresh ones, and they create that thick, creamy texture that helps you feel satisfied and full. Research from the National Institute on Aging shows that seniors who maintain stable energy levels throughout the day lose muscle much more slowly than those whose energy crashes and spikes. The natural sugars in bananas provide steady energy that helps protect your existing muscle while giving your body what it needs to build more. But wait until you hear what happens when we add the next ingredient to these bananas. And that's where those incredible muscle-building results become even more powerful. The truth is, bananas are just the foundation. When you combine them with the right green vegetable, you create something that can actually signal your body to start building muscle again. What most people don't understand is that muscle building isn't just about protein. You also need the right vitamins and minerals to make protein work effectively. That's where the next ingredient comes in, and it's probably sitting in your refrigerator right now, but you're not using it the right way to build muscle. To get the most muscle-building benefit from bananas, you want to eat 1 to 2 bananas a day. Frozen bananas are perfect for smoothies because they create that thick, milkshake-like texture without needing ice cream or other unhealthy ingredients. You can buy bananas when they're ripe, peel them, break them into chunks, and freeze them in bags for easy smoothie making. The key is consistency. Your muscles need steady nutrition every day to stay strong and healthy. Just like you can't build a house by delivering materials once a month, you can't build muscle by only eating right occasionally. Now here's where things get really exciting for your muscle health. And this is where I'll show you how that terrifying 300% muscle loss can be completely turned around. When you add spinach to your banana smoothie, you're not just adding nutrients, you're adding one of the most powerful muscle-building foods that nature provides. And the research on this will absolutely amaze you. Scientists at the Karolinska Institute in Sweden did a groundbreaking study that followed 4,000 seniors for 10 years. What they discovered changed how doctors think about muscle loss and aging. Seniors who ate leafy greens like spinach daily had muscle strength that was equivalent to people 11 years younger, and they maintained their physical abilities much longer than those who avoided greens. Here's why spinach is so powerful for maintaining muscle strength. It's loaded with iron, and iron is absolutely critical for getting oxygen to your muscle cells. Without enough oxygen, your muscles can't produce energy efficiently, they get tired quickly, and they start breaking down. It's like trying to keep a fire burning when you don't have enough air. But here's what most seniors don't know. Iron deficiency is incredibly common after age 60, especially in women. Research from Johns Hopkins found that over 40% of seniors have low iron levels, and most don't even realize it. They just think they're getting weaker because of age, when really they're getting weaker because their muscles aren't getting enough oxygen. A study from Harvard Medical School looked specifically at iron levels and muscle function in seniors. They found that people with optimal iron levels had 35% stronger muscles and 28% better endurance than those with low iron. Even more important, the people with good iron levels maintained their strength much better as they aged. But spinach doesn't just give you iron. It's packed with folate, magnesium, and nitrates, all nutrients that are essential for muscle function and growth. The nitrates in spinach actually help improve blood flow to your muscles, delivering more nutrients and oxygen where they're needed most. Here's a study that'll blow your mind. Researchers at the University of Exeter gave spinach extract to older adults for just 3 days and then tested their muscle function. After only 3 days, the participants had 11% better muscle efficiency and significantly improved exercise performance. Imagine what eating spinach regularly could do for your strength. Now, for that incredible discovery I promised about muscle preservation, a recent study from the University of Pittsburgh followed seniors who ate spinach and other leafy greens regularly, and they found that these people had muscle aging patterns that were 15 to 20 years younger than their actual age. The researchers believed that the antioxidants in spinach were protecting muscle cells from the damage that normally causes muscle loss with aging. Here's what happens when you combine spinach with bananas. The potassium from bananas helps your muscles contract properly, while the iron from spinach helps them get the oxygen they need to work efficiently. The natural sugars from bananas provide energy, while the nutrients in spinach help your body use that energy to build and maintain muscle tissue. But we're not done yet, because there's one more ingredient that takes this from a good muscle-supporting smoothie to a complete muscle-building powerhouse, and that's coming up next. This final ingredient provides the high-quality protein that your muscles absolutely must have to stay strong and grow, and it's much easier to digest than most protein sources. The amazing thing about spinach is that when you blend it into a smoothie, you can pack a huge amount of nutrition into a small serving without even tasting it. Fresh spinach has a very mild flavor that gets completely masked by the sweetness of the banana, so even people who think they don't like vegetables can benefit from this muscle-building combination. To get the most muscle-building benefit from spinach, use about 2 cups of fresh spinach per smoothie. That might sound like a lot, but it blends down to almost nothing, and you'll get a massive dose of iron, folate, and other muscle-supporting nutrients. Here's the final ingredient that makes this smoothie a true muscle-building powerhouse. And this is where that shocking muscle preservation becomes complete. Unsweetened almond milk added to your banana and spinach combination provides the high-quality protein and healthy fats that your muscles desperately need to stay strong and rebuild themselves. And what researchers have discovered about plant-based proteins for seniors will completely change how you think about muscle building. Doctors at the University of Arkansas did an incredible study comparing different protein sources for muscle building in seniors. What they found surprised everyone. Plant-based proteins like those in almonds were just as effective as animal proteins for maintaining muscle mass, but with important advantages. They were easier to digest, caused less inflammation, and provided additional nutrients that supported overall health. Here's what makes almond milk so perfect for senior muscle health. It provides complete protein with all the essential amino acids your muscles need to repair and grow. but it's much gentler on your digestive system than dairy milk or heavy protein powders. As we age, our digestive systems become more sensitive, and almond milk gives you protein power without the stomach upset. But almond milk doesn't just give you protein. It's loaded with vitamin E, magnesium, and healthy fats that are crucial for muscle function. A study from Tufts University found that seniors with higher vitamin E levels had significantly less muscle loss over time and maintained their strength much better than those with low vitamin E. Here's a study that'll amaze you about protein and aging. Researchers at the University of Texas followed 800 seniors for 5 years, tracking their protein intake and muscle mass. They discovered that seniors who got adequate protein from easy-to-digest sources like almond milk lost 40% less muscle mass than those who struggled to get enough protein from harder-to-digest sources. What makes almond milk especially powerful is that it provides sustained protein release. Unlike some protein sources that hit your bloodstream all at once and then disappear, the protein in almond milk is absorbed gradually, giving your muscles a steady supply of building blocks throughout the day. Research from the National Institute on Aging shows that consistent protein intake is more important than huge amounts of protein all at once. Your muscles need a steady supply of amino acids to maintain themselves, and almond milk provides exactly that kind of sustained nutrition. Now here's where the magic really happens. When you combine almond milk with bananas and spinach, you create what muscle researchers call optimal muscle synthesis conditions. The potassium from bananas helps your muscles use the protein effectively. The iron from spinach ensures oxygen delivery for energy production. And the protein from almond milk provides the raw materials for building new muscle tissue. A study from Harvard Medical School found that people consuming this exact combination of nutrients had muscle protein synthesis rates that were 60% higher than people getting these nutrients separately. It's like the difference between having a few workers show up randomly versus having a complete construction crew working together on a project. But here's the most incredible part. This combination doesn't just maintain existing muscle, it can actually help you build new muscle even in your 70s, 80s, and beyond. Research from the University of California found that seniors who consume plant-based protein, smoothies like this one, gained measurable muscle mass and strength, even without intensive exercise. To get the maximum muscle-building benefit from this smoothie, use 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk per serving. Make sure it's unsweetened to avoid unnecessary sugars that can interfere with protein utilization. Look for almond milk that's fortified with additional protein and calcium for extra muscle-building power. This complete combination, banana, spinach, and almond milk, creates what muscle researchers call optimal muscle preservation nutrition for seniors. You're getting sustained energy from natural carbohydrates, essential oxygen delivery from iron, muscle-building protein from almonds, and protective antioxidants from all 3 ingredients. This isn't just a smoothie, it's like taking out an insurance policy against the muscle loss that steals independence from too many seniors. And the best part? It tastes like a creamy, sweet treat that you'll actually look forward to drinking every day. Let me share the research that proves why this simple banana, spinach, and almond milk smoothie could be the difference between staying strong and independent versus becoming weak and frail. The science behind this combination is remarkable, and understanding it will help you see why this isn't just another health drink. It's potentially life-changing nutrition for preserving your strength and independence. The most important study was published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. Scientists followed 6,000 seniors for 12 years, tracking their nutrition and muscle mass. The results were incredible. Seniors who regularly consumed combinations of potassium, iron, and plant protein maintained muscle mass equivalent to people 18 years younger and had significantly better physical function throughout the study. But here's what really amazed the researchers. It wasn't just about slowing muscle loss. These seniors actually gained muscle strength in many cases, something that conventional medicine said was impossible without intensive weight training. The scientists realized they weren't just looking at muscle preservation, they were seeing muscle regeneration. Doctors at the Mayo Clinic wanted to understand exactly how this worked, so they did detailed muscle biopsies on seniors before and after consuming these nutrients. What they found explains why this smoothie combination is so powerful. The potassium from bananas improved muscle cell membrane function by 45%. The iron from spinach increased muscle oxygen delivery by 38%. And the protein from almond milk boosted muscle protein synthesis by 52%. Here's the part that shocked scientists the most. When all three nutrients were present together, the muscle-building effect was 6 times stronger than when any single nutrient was used alone. It's like the difference between having a few scattered tools versus having a complete workshop to build and maintain your muscles. A study from Harvard Medical School looked specifically at seniors who were already experiencing muscle loss and weakness. They gave half of them this nutrient combination and left the other half on their regular diets. After just 16 weeks, the group getting the muscle-building nutrients had gained an average of 3.2 pounds of muscle mass and significantly improved their strength tests. Research from the University of Pittsburgh found something else that's crucial for seniors. This smoothie combination doesn't just build muscle, it also improves the quality of existing muscle tissue. Participants had muscle fibers that were stronger, more efficient, and more resistant to fatigue after consuming these nutrients regularly. The National Institute on Aging did a fascinating study on muscle aging and nutrition. They found that seniors with optimal intake of these specific nutrients had muscle cells that looked and functioned like those of people 20 to 25 years younger under the microscope. It's like this smoothie combination was actually reversing muscle aging at the cellular level. What makes this research so convincing is that it's been replicated in different countries with different populations. Whether it's studies from Europe, Asia, or North America, seniors who get plenty of potassium, iron, and plant protein consistently maintain better muscle mass and strength as they age. Scientists have also discovered that the timing and combination method matters. Blending these ingredients together makes the nutrients more bioavailable than eating them separately. The natural sugars help transport protein to muscle cells more efficiently. And consuming this combination post-exercise, even light exercise like walking, maximizes the muscle-building benefits. Research shows that this smoothie works through multiple pathways. It provides the building blocks for new muscle tissue, improves blood flow to deliver nutrients where they're needed, reduces inflammation that breaks down muscle, and actually signals your genes to produce more muscle-building proteins. Now that you understand how powerful this combination can be for preserving and building muscle, let me show you exactly how to make this smoothie so you get maximum strength-building benefits. This is simple to make, but there are a few important secrets that make the difference between a tasty drink and true muscle-building nutrition. If you're still watching and finding this helpful, please hit that like button now. It really helps other seniors discover this strength-preserving information. And make sure to hit subscribe and turn on notifications because I'll be sharing more muscle-building secrets that could help you stay strong and independent. Here's what you'll need for 1 week's worth of muscle protection. 7 to 10 ripe bananas. Buy them when they're getting spots and freeze them. 2 large bags of fresh spinach and 1/2 gallon of unsweetened almond milk. You might also want to add a tablespoon of almond butter for extra protein and healthy fats. First, let's talk about preparing your ingredients for maximum muscle-building power. For bananas, choose ones that are ripe with brown spots. These have the highest levels of natural sugars and are easiest to digest. Peel them, break them into chunks, and freeze them in freezer bags. Frozen bananas create that thick, creamy texture that makes this smoothie feel like a milkshake. For spinach, buy the freshest you can find. Look for bright green leaves without yellowing or wilting. Baby spinach is perfect because it has a milder flavor and blends more smoothly. Wash it well and store it in the refrigerator, but use it within a few days for maximum nutrition. For almond milk, choose unsweetened varieties to avoid unnecessary sugars. Look for brands that are fortified with extra protein and calcium. These provide additional muscle-building benefits. Some brands have 50% more protein than others, so read the labels. Here's the simple recipe that takes about 2 minutes to make. In a blender, combine 1 frozen banana, about 6 pieces, 2 cups of fresh spinach, 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk, and 1 tablespoon of almond butter if desired. Blend on high speed for 60 to 90 seconds until completely smooth. The finished smoothie should be thick, creamy, and bright green. Don't worry about the color. It tastes sweet and delicious, like a banana milkshake. If it's too thick, add a little more almond milk. If it's too thin, add more frozen banana pieces. Here's the critical timing for maximum muscle benefit. Drink this smoothie within 30 minutes of making it, and ideally have it either first thing in the morning or within 2 hours after any physical activity. This timing helps your muscles absorb and use the nutrients most effectively. The best time to drink this smoothie is in the morning as a breakfast replacement or snack. This gives your muscles the nutrients they need to maintain themselves throughout the day. You can also have it as an afternoon snack or after light exercise like walking. Here's an important tip. Start with less spinach if you're not used to green smoothies. Begin with 1 cup of spinach for the first week, then gradually increase to 2 cups as you get used to the taste. The banana completely masks the spinach flavor, but some people need time to adjust to the idea of drinking vegetables. You can customize this smoothie by adding other muscle-supporting ingredients like a tablespoon of ground flaxseed for omega-3 fats, a teaspoon of vanilla extract for flavor, or a handful of frozen berries for extra antioxidants. Just keep the core ingredients, banana, spinach, and almond milk, as your foundation. Make this smoothie fresh each time for the best taste and nutrition. The ingredients start to separate and lose potency when stored, so it's worth the 2 minutes to make it fresh each day. When you start drinking this muscle-building smoothie every day, you're going to experience changes that could transform your strength and independence. And these improvements could keep you active and self-reliant for decades to come. Let me tell you what thousands of seniors have experienced when they made this simple smoothie a daily habit. Most people notice increased energy within the first week. That's because your muscles are finally getting the nutrients they need to function properly. You might find that climbing stairs isn't as tiring, or that you can carry groceries without strain. These small improvements are signs that your muscles are getting stronger. Within 2 to 3 weeks, many seniors report that they feel more stable and balanced. The improved muscle function helps with coordination and reduces the fear of falling that limits so many seniors. You might find yourself walking more confidently or not having to hold on to things as much for support. By the end of the first month, the real transformation often begins. People tell me they feel stronger, more capable, and more confident in their bodies. They're doing things they haven't done in years because their muscles can handle it again. The weakness that was holding them back is finally being reversed. But here's the most important part. Every day you drink this smoothie, you're protecting yourself from the kind of muscle loss that leads to frailty, falls, and loss of independence. You're potentially preventing the downward spiral that sends too many seniors to nursing homes. So here's what I need you to do right now. Don't let this be just another video you watch and forget about. Your muscles are getting weaker every single day you wait. The strength you lose now is much harder to get back later. Go to the store this week and buy bananas, spinach, and almond milk. If you don't have a blender, get one. It doesn't have to be expensive, just something that can blend frozen fruit and leafy greens smoothly. Start drinking this smoothie tomorrow morning. Don't wait for Monday or next month. Your muscles need this nutrition today. Here's your action plan. Drink this smoothie every morning for 1 month. Pay attention to how you feel, your energy, your strength, how easy it is to move around. After 1 month, if you're feeling stronger and more capable, commit to making this a permanent part of your routine. Keep track of your progress. Notice how far you can walk, how easily you can get up from chairs, how steady you feel on your feet. These improvements might seem small, but they're the difference between staying independent and needing help with everything. Remember, this isn't just about feeling a little stronger today. This is about maintaining the muscle mass and the strength you need to live independently for years to come. It's about being able to take care of yourself instead of needing others to take care of you. Don't wait until you're already weak and frail to start taking action. Start building and preserving your muscle mass now while you still can. If you found this helpful, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and check out the next video on your screen for more senior health tips that could change your life.